Hello and welcome to my very first video. It's a sketchbook tour. This is a Taylor Rowney sketchbook in A5 size. It has 110 pages, it's pretty thick, and the paper weight is 100 grams. It's pretty good for pens and pencils, but it doesn't take watercolor or markers very well. This is sketchbook number 13, as you can see. This sticker is from Magic. I leave her links in the description. This is my own sticker. If you like little cute robots, it's available in my Etsy shop. This sticker is from Anixen. Her link is also in the description. So this sketchbook took me almost a year to finish. I started that in February 2021 and finished at the very last day of December. And it's not a pretty sketchbook, I guess, because it has just a lot of practice, figure sketches, and messy pages. This is my mom and dog. He is absolutely adorable. I mean, just look at that little face. More sketches of my mom. Sketchy page at the cafe, at a museum. Yeah, the beginning of the sketchbook is just sketches of my mom, pretty much. This is when I went to get my first COVID vaccine. I think I did this in a bus. I remember there was this old lady and there was water dripping from the bus ceiling on her hat. Some portrait studies from Sketch Daily references. Croquis glass. You can see the marker is bleeding from the next page. This is done with art supplies from a scroller box. Here I had a panic attack and tried to draw that. This was my first attempt at lino cutting. More portraits. My mom again. Some color for a change. That's April. I started doing the April Colors challenge by Phonewood. Pile of llamas, or maybe alpacas, I'm not sure, but they're fluffy. My friend actually drew this, it's supposed to be me. Went for a walk and took some photographs, and then I painted them when I got home. Creature design. This was also for the April colors. The prompt was Dapple Light. Animal sketches. This was for schoolwork. I'm on my second year of graphic design. Here I was testing out different color schemes. For Kiki Likes Yellows, Draw This in Your Style challenge, and this is what I ended up with. Landscape studies, kiwi bird, more schoolwork, figure studies, more figures, more figures. That's the only spread I drew in mermaid. It doesn't have any mermaids, but it's water themed, so I guess that counts. That's nice. I messed up his face. I mean, it's obvious. I did a 100 hands challenge. I think this might be one of my favorite spreads in this sketchbook. I drew it in botanical garden. I really like how the colored pencils are like kind of rough, and the fine liner is more detailed. Yeah, there was this sculpture there and plants. Gate. I went to a concert. More figure sketches. Character. I was trying to draw a D&D character, Aspen. She's a wood elf ranger and has a animal companion, Sierra, it's a wolf. Here I was just drawing random things from Pinterest references. I think I collected some like leaves and stuff from a walk and painted them when I got home. Just testing out some ink supplies, more figures. Do like how a sensor more figures. So yeah, it just has a lot of practice. This was a fun project. It was for school. We had this like printmaking class, and I'm not sure. I think the technique is called intaglio in English, or dry needling or something like that. Anyway, we had to scratch our design in a CD, and then we used that to print. And these are the final results. I had different ideas, but in the end I went with this one. This was also for school. We had to choose like one subject, like a bird for example, then use different techniques to stylize it, for example one line drawing, or dividing it to pieces, making it round, and so on. And I finally went with this one, and we also had to do like different variations of it. So these are my birds. And later on it like became a new character, a crow prince with his own story. Inspired by song lyrics, more figures. These are done with soft pastels. Just schoolwork. This is another spread that I really like. The graphite looks pretty red. And that's where I started thinking out Crowbrain's story more. I did it for Inktober, and I haven't actually finished all of it, but you can read most of it on my Instagram stories. I have saved them in the highlights. Basically it's this character who was exiled from, I don't know, Crowbrain's kingdom, and he goes to adventure. It's like this choose your own adventure type of story. More figures, a charcoal drawing, and more figures, a bad day, more figures. So much practice. Don't tell me what to do unless you're naked. She is wearing a mask only because I messed up her face. Ducky. This I did for the origami class. Actually, we had to do a 3D pop-up book as well there. Out of the windows, there's this little shadow character. Up and down the stairs, he stepped. Watering the clouds from a yellow watering can, flowing like water, occasionally tasting sharp stars. So frosty this evening, in the shade of your scales, he finally sleeps, glowing. So this little dragon and fire. So that was my book. There's more schoolwork, another charcoal drawing. I'm gonna skip the schoolwork pages. This was for painting class. We had to do different textures inspired by nature after visiting the botanical garden, and then choose one of them to paint on a bigger scale. A1, I think, and this is what I went with. Then another thing for painting class was, I think the theme was My Circus. So this is mine. I think the sketch actually looked better than the final painting, but that's probably because I started painting at the very last moment before grading. This is another one of my favorite spreads. I really like how the black ink looks with gouache. That's when I was waiting for a psychiatrist appointment. Gave him a rating 10 out of 10. And by this point I was just really waiting to get this sketchbook done with, including my brother has a snake and he shed his skin, so I put that in. Drew some Christmas tree ornaments at my parents' house to practice. Frogs and inkbox stickers, one-line figure attempts, random character design. Went snowboarding with my dad and brother and drew this when I got home. More figures, and that's last day of December. I was eating a brownie with pomegranate seeds and just sketching the night away. Half an hour until midnight. More quick figures, and for the last page, last minutes of 2021, it's just this messy spread. And that's it. I hope it was somewhat interesting to watch. I'm not sure what I should say here. Thanks for watching. Okay, bye bye.